Hi guys, Amber here for Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, June 27th, 2017. Getting a little frustrated with myself because I keep rambling, so let's get to talking. First and foremost, I have a thing to show you. I actually have a finished thing and I can show you. See if I can get to the first part first. Of course not. I've tried filming several times tonight, so this thing keeps getting shown and then balled up and thrown to the side, and then I can't get to it again. So first and foremost, we have the final pattern for the paper piecing vintage. The spinning puzzle, I think is what it's called. So anyway, but as you can see, I also have a completed top, which if you were on So Hooked this morning, you will know that I posted my picture there. But here we go. It came out pretty groovy. You'll notice I didn't do piano keys. Not because I don't like piano keys. I do. I have a very hard time sewing without paper, believe it or not. What starts out as a 1/4 inch slowly becomes 3/4 of an inch, and then I have to end up unpicking everything and restarting. But in this case, that wasn't the problem. The problem was I didn't buy enough fabric. And then I didn't print. Okay, this is how it started. I didn't have the pattern, the Spin With Me pattern for the cornerstones. So I was mad at myself. So I decided to do 4 patches. That was fine. But then I looked at the fabric and I didn't have enough for piano keys. I cut it wrong or something. At any rate, I didn't have enough for piano keys. I was pretty pissed at myself. So then I got the brilliant idea, instead of doing piano keys, what I would do is I'd do a solid border, but I wanted to do this rich dark purple I had seen when I bought all the fabric for this and didn't buy. So I go to the store to get the dark purple and they don't have it. Turns out the purple I'm thinking of was discontinued like 6 months ago or something. So now I'm pissed again. So I ended up picking a couple colors, buying the bare minimum I would need to go around. One was boysenberry, which turned out to be too pink. It's a pinky purple. It's not a blue purple. So I ended up using this kind of teal blue. It's my Hogwarts Lake, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So there's that. I love how it came out. I love Jennifer's patterns. I love working with her. So super happy to have another one in the bag, so to speak. Now I have to finish the binding and figure out a backing for it. I actually had a brainwave earlier tonight because a couple of years ago somebody gave me some of that vintage Harry Potter fabric, the house shields on the blue checks. I think I have enough to be the backing. I'll have to check Jennifer's instructions to see how much I need, and then I'll have to find it and see where I hit it, and see if I have enough, but I think I have enough. And if not, I think I have enough between pieces that were sent to me, like fat quarters and stuff, that I could eke it out if I had to. I've never actually put together a backing as a thing. Usually, because I send all my quilts to Shannon, I usually just send her the fabric and let her piece it whatever way you want. But I know that I have at least 4 yards, maybe 4.5 of the vintage Harry Potter fabric. So let me know what you think. Since it's a Harry Potter themed quilt, I thought it might be a good idea. If you think I should save my vintage fabric, hard to find fabric, for something else, let me know too if you can think of something else for me to do. Anyway, so there's that. I did make a fabric purchase this week for project I'm going to be starting soon. Need to get that in gear. I am hoping to take some time off in July. I've asked my boss about it. She wants to wait till one of the people who are on medical leave are back, and that might be next week. So fingers crossed that I can get that time off, because I'm getting close to facing burnout. I just need a couple of days to just wipe the slate and get some stuff done. If you follow me on Facebook, you will have seen that I got a pleasant surprise on Saturday. A former coworker of my mom had a relative who passed away recently that was a doll collector, and she wanted to know if I wanted some of the Cabbage Patch Kids in the collection. She sent me some pictures. I made an offer, and apparently I was, I won't say overly generous, because I know that what I offered for them was more than what they were worth, but the money's going to charity, so, you know, win-win all the way around. However, they must have felt that my offer was generous enough that they brought me about 3 times what I thought I was getting, including some porcelain Cabbage Patch dolls from like the 80s and 90s that I've never had before, mostly because I grew up a poor kid. I didn't have porcelain dolls, played with my dolls. So anyway, I'm very excited because I have a Cabbage Patch display coming up later this year, and so I have to go through my collection and find dolls to show off. I have the feeling that I have far more to show off than there is room for, because obviously I'm not going to put these out where people can touch them or play with them, but I need to have enough to fill the cases. None of the boxes that they're in fit in the cars, because I have these 50-gallon tubs. Seriously, 50-gallon tubs. I could take a bath in them. That's how big they are. And I need to go through them and find which dolls are best to show off. I plan to show off like ones that I've had all my life. I plan to show off ones that are soft sculpture. I even plan to show off ones that have what's called cabbage pox. If you've seen some of the old Cabbage Patch Kids and they look like they have a bunch of discolorations, or even just 1 or 2 discolorations on them, it's a flaw known as cabbage pox. Apparently at one of the factories when they were being done, there was a problem with the thing that they used to scent them like baby powder. The mixture was off, and so it reacted poorly and it discolored poorly. And I've got a couple that have cabbage pox. I have one that has like just 1 little pock, and then I have one that's covered in pocks on her head. I have a few. So I wanted to show those off. I have ones that are really old. I have ones that are brand new. Most of mine are not in the boxes, simply because I am a child at heart and I play with my toys. The pops are like the first thing that I haven't taken out of the box in years. But it's going to be a huge undertaking, because I've got 6 weeks before I start building this. I need to start planning to take stuff in soon, which means I have to buy different boxes for them, because I can't fit the boxes in my car, and I'm not the type of person to depend on somebody else to get them there. And my mom's car wouldn't fit, my dad's car wouldn't fit. I don't think my sister's coming to town, so I can't ask her to put them in her truck. Besides, she'd throw them, and I think I have to replace some of the boxes as it is. So I've got that very daunting task ahead of me, but I've been like kind of getting into a Cabbage Patch mode lately. I've been bad. I've been looking online at like eBay and stuff like that. But it's great because I have some vintage stuff that Rainey sent me in one of our exchanges recently that I need to put together. I have some fabric that Laura sent me that will be great to use as either a backdrop or something in there. I think I have some other toys and collectible things. I'm super excited about it. But one of the things I'm kind of thinking about doing, since I got these new babies and I got to give them names because I give names to all of them, and since I have to go through them, I'm really thinking about going through and doing a quote-unquote kind of photo shoot with them, and then putting their names on each picture, so that because with over 800 I can't always remember. There are some that I will never forget, but there are plenty that I can't remember because I got them like 20 years ago and I named them, and I used to have a database, but that's stuck on a computer that I actually don't know where it is. I might have a file on a zip drive You know, the zip drives that, you know, were like this thick. Yeah, I had one of those. I have the zip drive, the zip discs. I don't know if I have the drive anymore. I really don't. So I would have to rebuild a database from scratch. That should be fun. So anyway, that's a lot of me rambling. I need to stop, and I need to get this going because I have to go to the bathroom. And I just need to get this posted. So I will talk to you guys hopefully next week.